So 2 years ago, a small box turtle was discovered in a Maryland park with terrible injuries after being hit by a car. His shell was nearly shattered, broken into 7 pieces, but the Maryland Zoo took him in and fixed him up, creatively building him a sort of wheelchair out of Legos. So cool. Well, this July, the little terrapin crawled on his own out into the wild, fit with a transmitter so people at the zoo can check on him. We have the Senior Director of Animal Health at Maryland Zoo on the line right now, Dr. Ellen Bronson. How you doing?
Hi, Kelly.
Hi. So, Dr. Bronson, tell us more about how you were able to heal this miracle turtle after such severe injuries.
Yeah, so we found him with severe fractures, breaks on the bottom of his shell. We think he's at least 20 years old, and we had to put all the pieces first back together. He had many broken pieces on the bottom of his shell, so it's kind of like putting a puzzle back together. And we used a bunch of different things, including glue and some bone plates, and even some little sewing hooks that we glued together on the pieces with wire to bring them together. And then once we had that, we had to find something to lift him off the ground so that he didn't touch the bottom of his shell to the ground and could move normally. And we tried all kinds of different things. We took rubber balls and cut them in half and glued them to the bottom, but that didn't really work. We had to find something to attach to the sides that didn't touch the bottom. And that's where we started to think about wheels, and that's where the idea of Lego came from.
We love Legos in our household. We build a lot of Lego stuff. I've never thought of that before. So who came up with the Lego wheelchair, and did you laugh at that person at first?
So we thought about Lego. It was actually an idea from one of our veterinary students who was with us at the time. He thought of it, and he had a friend who was a Lego enthusiast, and we sent the designs that he made from the little turtle to this person overseas, and she designed the actual wheelchair and sent it back to us in pieces. Here it is right here. And then we assembled it and glued it to the sides of his shell so it didn't touch the bottom. The minute we put him on him, he took off, and he was mobile ever since. We had it on him for a year, and then we actually did a second surgery and did physical therapy the second year.
That is so cool. Well, tell us about releasing the turtle back into the wild, because that you might have been a little unsure of that, obviously, right?
Yeah, it was so exciting. So we did that a couple of weeks ago, and he took right off, and we had most of our hospital zoo staff there, so about a dozen people to see him off that had spent so much time taking care of them. And he's actually with us right here. We're in the middle of the woods. He has a little transmitter on his back, and that's how we find him to make sure he's doing okay. We've been tracking him weekly to watch his weights, and he's doing fantastically so far.
Well, thank you so much. Y'all have such great hearts. This is such an awesome thing. And there's, a lot of like big things that can be dark and scary and uncertain right now going on. So this is a nice story. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. All right, well, we're going to like your post right now.
Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Please don't make me keep going.